Thought about proposing sometime soon, but you're not even sure how or where to start? Well, if you're thinking about it, it might be time to put a ring on it. That's from the music video.
Put your hands up.
But what if your budget is less than the average Joe? Is there a time to buy to help maximize your funds? And how long does it take to get your ring made? And when is the best time to propose? Let's answer all these questions and more in 3, 2. Ready to propose? Hey, congratulations! And a wise man once said, you should only buy an engagement ring when you're ready to use it. So once you know, and you'll know, but if you don't know, have a conversation with yourself about it. After all, you know best. Am I right? Okay. While you're thinking about that, let's start from the beginning. There is a best time to buy an engagement ring, and you should only buy a ring when you're ready to make the ask. Start off by figuring out what your budget is. Know you can choose to pay everything up front, or most companies have a financing option where you can pay over time. Knowing that, take a look at your savings account, your Bitcoin or Doge, to see how much you can safely put towards it monthly. The average cost in 2020 of an engagement ring was about $5,500. And if that sounds way outside of your price range, don't worry. The bottom line is that you should get an engagement ring that fits in your budget, plain and simple. Maybe you heard the old adage that you should spend 3 months of your income to buy an engagement ring. Yeah, I thought that was pretty nuts too. You can absolutely find a ring that looks great in your price range. Just be realistic about your splurge so you can still have a date night here and there. You know, just don't buy a grocery store ring pop unless that is your thing. If that's the case, then have fun at Burning Man. Next, you'll need to know your partner's ring size. And when you want it to be a surprise, we know you're gonna be tempted to guess, but if they have any inkling that you're gonna propose, just go ahead and ask for their ring size. Or better yet, get a ring sizer from our women's collection at manlybands.com, or just go right to our sister site at rosieray.com. If you're not feeling either of those options and you still want it to be a surprise, well, let me let you in on a little secret, homie. It's not really a secret, but the average ring size for women is 7 and the average ring size for men is 10. You're welcome. And no guarantees, but our team is pretty good at guessing ring sizes from photos, so if you want to go that route, send us one at hello@manlybands.com and we'll give it the old college try. Also, we don't recommend sizing a ring they already have unless it's a ring they already wear specifically on that magic ring finger. This is because most people don't wear a ring on their left ring finger until they're going through this process. And this might come as a surprise to you, but your fingers are all different sizes. I know, this is the second time in the video that your mind's been blown. That's right, little Mr. Pinky, little Mr. Thumb are not the same size. Now, the good news is Manly Bands and Rosie Ray both allow one free size exchange, so it's not the end of the world if you don't nail it. And with these tips, I mean, come on, you're gonna nail it. But don't blame me if you don't. Have you decided what your ideal ring should look like? And are you buying it for you or your partner? Spoiler alert, it's for your partner. Have they expressed wanting a certain stone shape or gold color? Are you looking for a more traditional diamond ring? Or would they appreciate a pop of color to show off their uniqueness? Finding a ring that captures both their spirit and their style doesn't have to suck. RosieRay.com is a great place to check out both super unique and also traditional styles. Whether she's a Betty, a Veronica, or even a Cheryl, or maybe even a Jughead or a Moose. Somewhere in between or left of field, we have the perfect ring to match. Now that you have budget, size, and style, the real question is, when's the time to buy? Engagement rings take about 1 to 2 months to be handcrafted, so be sure to take that into account when you're planning your date for your wedding. Keep in mind, most people get engaged during a small window of the year, and that's Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day. Why? Well, maybe because family's around to celebrate, or maybe those holidays are extra special to them. And not that anybody's asking, but May the 4th is one of my favorite holidays. This doesn't mean that you need to follow this formula, just know that the jewelry industry does have this in mind. So Archie, you might be asking yourself, when can I get the most bang for my buck? Well, I am glad you asked, my hypothetical friend. In short, you're gonna start to see sales opportunities around the holidays. But don't let your eyes glaze over since you're seeing just about every store talking about their sales. This is typically when the best jewelry deals of the year are happening. And because of inflation, those prices tend to go up in January and February, so it's a good idea to get in on those holiday deals. And if that timing doesn't work for you, don't even worry about it. Manly Bands and Rosie Ray, we've got financing options, so don't be afraid to reach out. Manly Bands may have the most badass men's bands on the planet, but Rosie Ray has the most innovative and unique designs for women in the world. The Rosie Ray Engagement Ring Collection is a selection of stunning rings that pair beautifully with Manly Bands. So now that you've got the engagement ring, you've popped the question, and of course it was a resounding yes, you're gonna need your ring, homie. And if you need some ideas, well, some of our most popular rings are made of tungsten, and you can see some of them in our video right here. But are tungsten rings safe? Well, of course they are, and you can see a video all about that right here. Till next time, Archie out. Cup!